Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is still Ilora Okosa. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please like, subscribe, and hit up the notification bell. It is down there. Hit it so I'll be notified every time I post a new video. Today we're basically going to be talking about it's basically a story time, a very short story time. It's about this crazy neighbor that I had back then when I was still in school. I went to Uniport and that was fun. Anyway, so this neighbor, let's call her Mimi. I can't remember her name. Even if I wanted to remember her name, I can't remember her name. I remember what she looked like. She was really cute, very tiny, very short, petite but very endowed looking girl, very sweet, even had like a really sweet voice. So I remember when I saw her, she told me, oh, that am I her neighbor? I was like, are you moving into this room? It was the room directly opposite my room. She said, yeah. I was like, okay. So we exchanged pleasantries, talked for a bit. I was like, okay, welcome to the compound. My name is Laura. I'm in year 4. I think I was in year 4, year 5. Like, we just talked, basically introduced ourselves and went on our merry way. I did not know that that was the beginning of trouble, of a psychotic cycle in my life at the time. So when she moved in fully, painted her room, did all the designs that she wanted to do and all of that, my door was open one fateful day. And I remember, I think I was reading or I had a late class or something that day, but I was at home. She knocked on my door and I saw it was her and she came into my room. We basically got talking and she shared with me her story of how she got admitted into my school. The story was weird and it's kind of funny how people think that they could tell people that they barely know really deep stories like this. She said she was in a school in either Calabar or Lagos, I can't remember at the time, but she was in another school that she got transferred from to my school. In that school, she had a roommate and she suddenly fell ill. Her family came, took her to the hospital. They couldn't find what the source of the sickness was or what was causing the ailment at the time. So her mom is a traditional worshipper. So her mom took her to a dibia, stroke babalawo or mamalawo, I don't know, as the case may be, but there was a lao at the end. In Africa, we call them native doctors. So she went to a native doctor and the doctor said that it was her roommate that was doing her. I'm looking at her like,
I never expected it.
Oh, interesting. I remember starting to feel weird. In my mind, I'm like, okay, you don't know me, you barely know me, you're telling me this? Do I look like a fellow witch? But okay, I said, oh, okay, go on. So she continued with the story that they found out that it was her roommate that was inflicting the ailment on her. So they commanded they arrested the roommate and she confessed that she took one of her panties to the native doctor because she was jealous. That she was jealous of her, of the kind of guys that are coming to see her, something like that of that sort. But she was jealous of her. So they said that the only way for her to get well was to go to a forest and stay in that forest for 3 days. In my mind, I'm like, holy shit, I just invited an Obanje into my room. Holy freaking shit, I just invited a witch into my room. Holy freaking shit, this girl is a traditional worshiper. I don't have anything against those type of people, but I cannot be friends with you. I cannot be relating with you because I'm a child of God, okay? I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ. So it just rubbed me the wrong way. So red flags flying up in the air. So she was just telling me the story. They said that the only way for her to get rid of the ailment was for her to go to a forest in that city and be tied up in that forest for 3 days, no food, no water. She said she did it though. I said, wow, okay. I said, okay. I said, now what then happened? What happened? She said she got well, she got better. They arrested her roommates. Her roommates had to beg for forgiveness, blah blah blah. That she's a merciful person, so they released her. She had to leave that school because of that. That was the story she told me. So after that, I was cool. Like, come on. I kept my demeanor. We talked about other few things, school, courses, majors, whatever. Like, we talked about all of that, and then she left my room. As time progressed, right, we would see, she started calling me, she had a pet name for me, I forgot. Oh yes, I remember, she called me baby. Yes, she likes to call me baby, maybe because of my voice, but she doesn't say baby, she calls me baby. I noticed she just really liked me. She would come to my room to chill with me, to gist with me. If I cook, she would eat. Like, I didn't chase her. Like, I'm not that type of person. I'm a nice person, but I kept our relationship on a only when I see you or only when you come to my room. But if we see each other in the hallway, we just greet each other and we pass by each other. Like, we exchanged pleasantries, but nothing serious. Like, she was one always coming to me, like trying to get to know me. But I wasn't interested, because you cannot tell me that your family is into Ogboni or whatever. You got bewitched and you decided to use winchy to kill the winchy. I cannot be friends with you. But she thought she was my friend. But so I'm just a nice person. Okay. Progressively, this girl, whenever she came to my room, I don't know, she felt so comfortable to the point that she could ask me for anything, and if I had it, I would give her. This girl would come to borrow everything. When I mean everything, borrowed shoes, she borrowed innerwears like singlets, shimmy. She almost borrowed my roommate's bra because they had the same bra size. Makeup, perfume, hair ties, food, stove. She would borrow everything, and we're nice, so we barely said no, you know. And if you don't go to collect it from her, you would never get it back. One time, her boyfriend came to live with her, and because of the kind of compound I lived in, everybody used to go to everybody's room. If you were cool with someone, you go to the person's room, chill, especially if you didn't have classes, and we talk basically gossip, but we talked. Some people in the compound speculated that her boyfriend was a cultist, and he was the head of the cult, the point one. The head, that's what they called him, a point one. He was the head of a prominent cult in my school at the time. So I didn't really believe it, but I wasn't surprised because of the stories she had told me. So when I finally believed the story was when I noticed or experienced something for myself. I'll never forget that day. I had a late class. I was hungry. I wanted to eat Indomie. So I decided to go get a few packs of noodles, right? So I leave my room and her door happened to be open, and it's normal for people's doors to be open where I stayed because of the weather in PH. The weather in PH is so humid, there's basically no freaking air, everywhere is so hot. You have to open your doors and your windows for ventilation. It was that bad. So it was okay for people's doors to be open at that time. So I passed by her door and I see her boyfriend hiding a gun.
Oh my God.
Microwave. She had her fridge and her microwave on her fridge, so I saw him hiding a gun. Something said, "Did you just see a gun? Just peep, Elora." He's not seeing you. Peep, busybody. Hey, Elora. So I peeped and I was sure that he was hiding a gun or putting the gun there or storing the gun, whatever he was doing. There was a gun in the microwave. So something said, "Elora, you know, go come out your face. So see, they look. Hey, like never slapped you before. Move." So I quickly walked past, and right then and then I decided I was going to cut her off. Like right then and then I decided I was going to stop entertaining her. But those type of people, you cannot really tell them that I'm cutting ties with you. Your actions will show, you know. So whenever she came to my room, I just wasn't as chatty. I always said I had things to do. I always wanted to read. Like I would give her excuses for her to leave my room basically. But some people just don't get the message, right? So one fateful day, it was me, my roommates, and two other girls in the room, our friends. It was exam time, so we're preparing for our papers, reading, talking, gisting, trying to keep ourselves up. It was like 11, almost 12 a.m. So she knew that we were up, she could hear us. So she came to knock on the door. So I was like, "Who's that?" She was like, "Baby, it's me." It's like, oh, I knew she was her. I was like, okay, maybe she wants to borrow something as usual. So I opened the door and she comes in. She said, "Lock the door, lock the door." I locked the door behind her, and she's like, I need your help. I was like, okay, with what? She brings out a nylon from behind her. Guess what was in the nylon? A huge wad of cash. Huge! Probably almost 100K. She brought it out. My roommates were like, hey, what is this? What is happening? She brings out the wad of cash, right? And she's like, I need you to help me count this money. I need you to keep it for me. I don't want my boyfriend to see it. If he sees it, he'll take it. I said, eh? What did you just say? She said, I need you to help me count this money. I said, no. I heard you right. You want me to do what? I'm sorry, I can't do that. I wasn't scared because, I already knew what it was. It was either blood money or money that she stole, or maybe she came from a rich family, I don't know, and they sent her money and her boyfriend takes advantage of her and it's the money, I don't know, I didn't care. I said, you cannot be in my room with this amount of money, you need to leave. She said, no, I said, Mimi, I can't help you, and I'm not comfortable with you bringing this amount of money into my room at this time of the night. No, I can't help you. I'm sorry. I don't know where that money's from. She said, no, it's from her parents. I said, Mimi, I'm sorry. I can't help you. You need to leave. She was like, really? I said, yes, you need to leave. So she left. I closed the door, and my roommates were like, hey, did that just happen? Yo, it was crazy. Anyways, that was the beginning of the end. I feel like it was at that moment she realized that, okay, this girl is not really my friend. Like we barely greeted each other after that. We barely talked to each other. I was always on my own. We basically just stopped talking. So yeah, that's that's my story about the neighbor from hell that I had in school back then. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment down below in the comment section telling me what you thought about this video and if you would want more content such as these. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell. And until next time, bye.